guys. My name is Coach Chris. Still sticking with our myofascial release stretching today. I'm going to work more in the lower body than we did another video earlier on upper body work. So the lower body has quite a few more areas. You definitely want to have a foam roller or a massage stick at your disposal today. I'm going to show you another technique as well with our landmine and just a bar. One of the nice things about a foam roller is it is very you can take it anywhere. Same thing with a massage stick and a lacrosse ball. I love using the landmine press for massaging as well, but it's definitely not as mobile. You're going to be at a gym. You're going to be, if you're lucky, you have a bar at home or something like that. But these you can kind of have anywhere, relatively cheap. It's going to help keep you in the game longer. So coming down to our mat, we're going to hit calves. We're going to kind of work bottom up. If you do have any plantar fasciitis, stuff like that, you can always take the ball off and just simply, kind of playing around with your plantar area, your arches. That usually takes care of everything. Like every once in a while in a Metcon or a circuit, I'll have my arches cramping up and just spending a little bit of time either on a bar or with the lacrosse ball. After that, just tender loving care. Usually fixes anything down there. But one area that we're going to hit a lot is our calves. A lot of people, especially women, if you wear heels, you will have issues. You need to spend time here. So your Achilles tendon here, because you're in this extended position so long and it's become passive, that tendon will adapt and naturally become a little shorter. So when you try to gain dorsiflexion in your ankle, it's just not there. Everything's so tight. So you really need to work this bottom area, soleus, and even up into our gastroc for sure. Breaking it up with a lot of these sections, because they're so big, break it up in sections. So we're going to start with like the lower half of our calf, and then we're going to come up to our gastroc. So each section kind of has its three sections within a section. So we're going to start center, then we're going to go middle, and then outside lateral. And same thing, we're going to go middle, inside, and lateral. So here, kind of the same thing. Simple rule that we kind of follow is, 4 to 5 rolls. Same thing, really focusing on being passive, not trying to flex your toes. So if your toes are like pulling towards you, this is getting really tight and just guarding. So try to stay passive. Use this other leg if you need to prop yourself up, and just nice smooth rolls. 4 to 5 rolls, 4 to 5 rolls. Again, 4 to 5 on the outside. You can also go across the fibers as well, 4 to 5 times to help kind of break up that tissue. So same thing, inside 4 rolls, 4 rolls, 4 rolls there. Besides our calves, another big one is going to be our quads. Again, just sitting at a desk, doing what it is. And a lot of us will do, whether we don't know how to load our hips properly, our quads will probably be a little bit more dominant than our hamstrings. So same thing we're going to do here. Break our quads up because they are so big. We're going to have 3 big sections. And same thing, we're going to go 4 rolls in the lower section in the middle, center, medial, and then lateral. And then the middle section, center, medial, lateral. 4 rolls up and down. And after you do all 3 sections, go ahead and do that cross fiber rolling back and forth. One of the reasons I love this landmine is because you can be so easy. And so if I take these plates off, I can just kind of sit here and let the weight of the bar sink into my leg versus me having to hold a plank or apply pressure into the leg or the muscle itself. And if it's too much, too little, you can always kind of have a hand under here as you're rolling it back and forth to help take a little bit of the weight off, or add, 5, you have micro plates on there to get a little bit more pressure as well. Typically, I have to almost take off a little bit of pressure, so I wouldn't worry about that, but that's a great tool, just so you can really relax. A lot of the time on the roller, you're kind of finagling yourself or holding yourself up in a weird way. Not that it's really challenging, but it's really passive, really easy. Third one I want to really move to is our piriformis. This one is super tough. If you squat, lunge, if you're having any pain in your upper lower back, um, or sorry, just your lower back, it's probably related to this muscle that's putting a little bit of pressure on your sciatic nerve. So with your lacrosse ball, very kind of carefully at first, um, using your opposite leg. So right now the ball's on my right cheek, my right leg's straight out in front of me. Use this leg to take the weight off. I did squats yesterday, so it's definitely tender back there. You're gonna go leg straight up and down for 4 reps, 4 to 5 reps. And you can kind of search and find that place first before you start. It should be roughly where your jean pocket should be. So that'll be a helpful starting place. After those 4 or 5 straight leg raises, clamshell 4 to 5 times, and then crossing our leg over the top, 4 to 5 circles clockwise, 4 to 5 circles counterclockwise. Those 3 stretches are going to be paramount to helping you get full range of motion for your squat. It should really help you feel a difference in your positioning. A lot of us don't like squatting, probably just because it feels hard. If you can't get your body in the right biomechanical starting and finishing position, it's just not going to be fun. So take the time, go through these stretches. If one of these is really hard for you or it hurts really bad, spend a little more time there. If you have great ankle mobility, spending 5 minutes on your calves every day probably isn't as beneficial for you. Again, have any questions, come to me and see me in the club. Love to help you guys. Later.